Hey everyone, good afternoon. I'm Courtney Courtwright. Thanks so much for joining us here on 9 on the Positive Side. I'm so excited to kick off this afternoon with you. For the next 30 minutes, we promise you these stories are uplifting and happy. Here on 9 on the Positive Side, we just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy some good news. Let's start this afternoon in Wallace, raising money for service members and their families while spreading hope. That's what Hope for the Warriors is all about. 9 Your Side's Kayla Schmidt spoke to veterans at an annual event who say they've received more than just hope.
One national nonprofit located here in the East is ready to help military and their families transition back into day-to-day life. Attendee Sean Adams joined the Marine Corps at just 19 years old. Not even a year into serving, the Taliban bombed the base he was stationed at in Afghanistan. The injury left him without both of his legs. It took years for Adams to recover, but he said what Hope for the Warriors did for him helped him through. The nonprofit was able to build him a handicap accessible house, making day-to-day life easier and Adams feel independent.
An organization like Hope for the Warriors can actually show you a story that your money or your time that you volunteered impacted a face. You get to see how your one action of gratitude to them, their service, impacted them.
Adams says the nonprofit is more important than ever in today's climate. Hope for the Warriors has so many inspirational and moving stories. If you need help, you can find their contact on our website, WNCT.com. In Wallace, I'm Kayla Schmidt, 9 on your side.
And sticking with making a difference in communities, Hope for the Warriors announced their fall 2021 military scholarship recipients. All individuals are military spouses and caregivers of combat wounded post 9/11 service members or spouses of fallen soldiers. These recipients are students pursuing anywhere from a certificate, associate's degree, master's, or PhD program. Scholarship officials say they aren't only pursuing a higher education for themselves, but also for their families.
These are truly selfless individuals. They're not traditional college students. They are moms, they are dads, they are husbands, spouses, they're caregivers. Unfortunately, sadly, some of them are also single parents because they lost their spouse.
Hope for the Warriors awarded 15 individuals across the nation. It's in honor of the nonprofit's 15 years of service. Scholarships range from $1,500 to $2,500 depending on degree level. In their 15 years of service, more than $400,000 has been awarded. Can you believe it? Students will be heading back to school soon. It's actually just right around the corner if we really think about it. We've seen so many communities come together to get them ready. The Greenville Police Department teaming up with the Greenville Noon Rotary Club for Shop with a Cop. You see them right there. More than 20 children were going up and down the aisles of JCPenney to find exactly what they need for school.
What a great opportunity to not only get the things they need for school, but also shoes and a jacket, and they don't have to worry about that when they're going back to school.
It's a great part that we can come and help. Again, the students learn that, hey, officers are here for them, not just for bad times, but, for good times.
And get this, the children even got some backpacks. That's all thanks to Joy Soup Kitchen in Greenville. Now out in Jacksonville, more than 500 children have backpacks and other school supplies. It's all thanks to Operation Homefront's Back to School Brigade. The organization says it's so important to support military families by eliminating financial challenges and giving them one less thing to worry about. More than 450,000 backpacks have been donated since 2008.
The thank yous that we get from the military members that, are just coming to the community. We have so many that say, I just got here and my fro or, my command told me, sign up for this program.
To hear more about Operation Homefront, head to WNCT.com and visit our online originals page. Now we're taking a trip to Texas to see how a community there is stepping up to help others. Let's check it out. This barber shop giving away free haircuts for children and the homeless. And not only that, but also school supplies. The back to school event had dozens of families show up to get their kids free haircuts.
I haven't had a haircut in so long, so I'm very appreciative about it. I counted down for this day like, oh, I need to go get a haircut. I really appreciate them, what they're doing.
Lots of volunteers stepping up to help out. The owner of the barber shop says they're hoping to do this event once a year. It's that time of year when flowers are blooming and Mother Nature is just showing off her beauty. And one place to see some of the most beautiful flowers is at Jimmy's yard. Chad Tucker has this story from the garden that has more than 150 blooms.
Wow, okay. And then it goes into some of the smaller whites, the white aster.
Everything is blooming in Jimmy's yard.
Which it really does get your attention. Get your attention.
Jimmy's piece gets a lot of attention this time of year, especially for his dahlias.
This is a new variety of ours. We really like this. It's called groovy. You have to do a little something to them. You can't just plant them, walk away, and 3 months later come back with your vase and your pruner's ready to cut something. You have to do a little bit of work. As you can see, there's a lot more purple showing.
He has 150 varieties. Some go to florists, but most.
It's usually to give away. I just love doing that. We both do. Which one do you want? This one, or this one?
To enjoy the beauty now, you have to start back in the spring.
That's huge.
Some will start blooming in June.
When we visited him then, he was just getting sprouts.
There it is, the first little sprout coming up.
What do you think about that one?
Everybody loves fresh flowers.
Yeah, is that big?
But with so many varieties, it can be hard to pick just one.
Right. And they all come off the same plant. Isn't that interesting?
No.
How they get here may not be interesting for my little ones.
You hold that.
But the beauty they bring us all is a seasonal delight.
Oh, there's a little bit of yellow.
Yes, everyone should do it at least one time. They should grow something and just see how well it grows for them.
Look at that. That's as big as your head.
Wow, that is as big as your head.
Among the dahlias in Davidson County.
They're just both because Mommy
Let me show you one over here called Giggles.
I'm Chad Tucker.
It's named Giggles is its name. Come look at
Let's go look at the giggles.
kind of like you're laughing.
Yes, like you're laughing.
What a sweet story. We have more sweet stories coming up on 9 on the positive side. A Marine is getting a gift of a lifetime on a day his family will never forget. We'll have that heartwarming story and more next. Welcome back to 9 on the positive side. It was a day one Oklahoma family won't forget, complete with a procession led by a city police department there. Major Tyler Tidwell was diagnosed with ALS and his family got an unexpected surprise. Jolene Cheney shares this special moment.
Oh, say, can you see?
Major Tyler Tidwell is a U.S. Marine Corps veteran. He spent 13 years as an infantry officer and was deployed overseas 3 times. He was valedictorian of his senior class at Deer Creek High School and played college football at the United States Naval Academy. He now suffers from ALS. It's taken his ability to speak and the use of his arms, hands, and legs. But it didn't take everything.
Not having to worry about a financial burden with paying the mortgage so we can, do more treatments for Tyler. We have the money to be able to do that, and using it in other places now that we don't have the mortgage.
The Tidwell's mortgage was paid in full.
If we could just make their lives a little bit better, today was a special day, mission accomplished.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation not only took care of that burden with the help from donations across the country, but they made renovations to the family's home. They put in a rack system that allows Tyler to get from the bedroom to the bathroom with ease, automated lighting and doors, ramps, widened doorways. The family had a general idea of what was happening, but nothing like this. They were away for about 2 months while the work was being done, and today is their first day back.
It's just such a blessing, and our lives have been changed so much by this. We will forever be thankful for this. There is no cure for ALS, but we, with different trials and things that we are trying and continue to try along the way, we can only hope that they'll help or slow down. We're just gonna try everything we can, and having the ability to do that is a huge blessing.
And that was Jolene Cheney with that inspiring story. A 9-year-old girl out in Michigan is looking to make a difference through her lemonade stand.
Would you like some lemonade?
Everyone, this is Faith Murdoch. Every week, she sets up shop with her mom outside their home and church in Michigan. And she's not putting a cent of that money in her piggy bank. Faith is giving back to people in schools in her town.
The schools can probably use them for their school supplies for art projects, or they can let the kids borrow it.
Alone, like, we can do so little, but together we can just do so much more than what we're pretty much capable of doing. If we just come together, like, the world just comes together.
She's also selling shirts with the slogan you see right there, "Faith it till you make it," with a hope to inspire others to give back when people need it the most. Out in California now, a 14-year-old boy is going viral on social media for selling popsicles. It's not him selling the treat that has claimed the hearts of many. Get this. This is the reason behind it. 14-year-old Kevin Speranza says he started all of this to help his mom pay rent. His business started out with only $20 in his pocket. Now he's raised over $5,000 just to help his mom.
With this business, I want to buy her house, buy her car. And I have that dream. To the people that have donated to me the money, and I want to thank them.
That is just incredible. A teenage girl from Belgium is on a high-flying adventure to break a world record, but flying into the history books is just part of this young pilot's mission. Meet Zara Rutherford. The 19-year-old is on her way to becoming the youngest woman to fly around the world solo. She says it's not just about landing in the history books, but also leveling out the airfield.
And when you think of a pilot, you don't really think of a woman, you think more of a man. And I'm trying to change that a little bit. I'm trying to get girls to, be interested in flying and aviation.
Her journey will cover 5 continents and 52 countries in just a few months. The current female record holder is a 30-year-old Afghan refugee from Florida, while the men's record is held by an 18-year-old from Britain. Now to a story that might make your mouth water. A pastry chef is making his dreams come true. Bill Wood has a look at a pop-up bakery so we can get a taste of what's cooking.
Here we go.
Inspired by family recipes, New Orleans pastry chef Jeremy Fogg has sweet dreams where he sees himself in his very own bakery.
No cookie cutter life in an office cubicle would do for you.
No, I know I can't work in an office. That's why I went to culinary school. That's where I learned I love pastry. They say that people that are really good at gardening have a green thumb.
That must mean that you have a
chocolate chip thumb.
Thumbs up to that.
And the ham pies.
Chef Jeremy manages his menu from the downtown kitchen he rents by the hour.
This is the fun part.
Baking before for Florida hotels and at restaurants run by Emeril Lagasse. He even brought home a blue ribbon from the Food Network TV show Dessert Games.
Your episode was called Desserts on a Dime. What did you make and how much did it cost?
I made a frozen chocolate mousse with potato chip crunch, caramelized pineapple, and basil, and it was about $3 to $4.
How much for this cake?
This cake would be $55. You can buy the assortment box, which has
Chef Jeremy packs up his pastries, ready to hit the road and set up shop outside a coffee shop. It's his once-a-week pop-up bakery.
Chocolate cookies with milk chocolate and pretzels.
Chef Jeremy is an Eagle Scout. That's Jeremy in the red shirt. He's a former figure skater, and the guy you figure wakes up every morning ready to race toward the oven.
When I wake up and I hear that alarm, the first thing I do is hit the snooze button.
The baker, in his own dream come true, needs another wake-up call.
And that was Bill Wood reporting. Do you know someone who's doing something good for the community or something you think is positive news? Well, we want to know about it. Send story ideas to the email right there on your screen. Put 9 on the positive side in the subject line for us, but you can also reach out to me directly. Coming up on the positive side, these two are sharing a special bond at an animal shelter. What's keeping these cute kittens together is ahead. An animal rescue and adoption center in Iowa is caring for 2 special guests. 2 cats were found wandering outside, but one is completely blind, so the other cat is his seeing eye cat.
Now these cats are probably the most bonded cats that I have ever seen. One male, one female. It was obvious at the time that the male had visual impairment to the point of having no eyes.
It's a bond like no other. The vice president at this shelter and adoption center says they bounce off each other as a way to get around safely, and they never leave each other's side.
They appeared to be fabulously friendly cats. They were very, very loving. As soon as I opened the cage door, you know, they came forward. They wanted their loving, but I couldn't separate them with a crowbar.
Well, says he believes these kittens may have a home if the owner doesn't pick them up. They'll go up for adoption. And this is not something that you're going to see every day. And I can tell you that what you're actually about to see is not just your ordinary house cat. Check this out. A mountain lion was seen prowling around a neighborhood in California. Photos show the animal hiding in the shrubs in someone's yard. Fish and wildlife officials were called in to help move the mountain lion to a more appropriate area. It was tranquilized before it was safely taken out of this neighborhood. Officials can confirm the cat will not be charged with a felony. Last week, we told you about how someone was making a butter cow sculpture for the Iowa State Fair. And of course, now we have to show you the finished product. Take a look. The unofficial icon of the Illinois State Fair turned 100 years old. There it is. The popular attraction is inside the dairy building. And get this, it's made out of 800 pounds of salted butter donated by Prairie Farms. That's a company there. It features the theme Embracing Tradition. And here's something really cool. There's a webcam live stream that actually shows the butter cow and what it looks like on the State Fair's website if you want to check that out. Want more positive news and stories wherever you go? We've got you covered. Just head to our website, WNCT.com. You can see uplifting stories under the 9 on the Positive Side tab. Make sure to download our free WNCT 9 on Your Side news app. You can download it on the Google Play or Apple App Stores. That's where you can also access some positive stories. And if you just can't get enough of us, you can go back and rewatch our 9 on the Positive Side shows. And just ahead on 9 on the Positive Side, a veteran is bringing in a celebration with a big birthday. How they brought in 100 years of life is coming up. Looking to add an adventure to your next birthday celebration? Well, we have an idea. Take a look at this. Here's one way to celebrate: by jumping out of an airplane. That's exactly what World War II veteran Tom Reese did for turning 100. The D-Day veteran was one of thousands of Americans and Allied troops who parachuted into gunfire to storm the beaches of Normandy back in 1944. Reese is already planning his next birthday celebration. He says he's going to go skydiving. A very happy birthday to him. And that's all the time we have for today. But before you go, we're taking you to an ocean in Italy. We have something adorable for you to see. Have a great rest of your afternoon, everyone.